we'll start with you, Jerry. Describe 3 bedrock principles that are most important to you, which will guide every decision you make in your public life.
Yeah, so I alluded to this in my opening statement before, but for me, I'm a person of faith. I'm a Christian. I really care a lot about living my life self-sacrificially, just the same way that Jesus did. Is that my wife and I, we believe that the life that's worth living is the life that where you lay it all out on the field to serve other people, and that's what our goal is. Along with that, I would care tremendously about simply. I know I already mentioned this in the previous question, but I care a lot about just being honest with the facts and honest with the data. So when it comes to fiscal responsibility, we have to be honest with the numbers and find a way to reform our budget so we stop loading up on debt. We have to be honest with the results of certain bills to realize that, hey, you know what? We need to focus on school choice. We need to be honest with what's happening at the southern border, that this unchecked illegal immigration that's happening and all the sex trafficking and all the riches that are being poured into drug cartels are not okay. And so I think just honesty, being truthful, being principled, again, as well as being servant-hearted is very much those principles that I would really care to go after. Thank you.
Okay, so the 3 principles that I definitely think are the best are, first, fiscal responsibility and ethics. And I have very strong personal financials, and I'd like you guys to verify that by looking at my financial disclosure as well as my opponents. I have honesty, and the truth hurts at times. So we're all fallible because we're not perfect, and God will always prevail, but we have to be honest with ourselves and to always stand up for the truth. And courage. Definitely need courage to be in Congress. And going back to the 3 things I want to accomplish when I'm in office, other than energy independence, fix the supply chain. I have the skills most suited to fix this huge issue with many breakpoints. The supply chain problems are a big reason why our economy is down and our inflation is on the rise. And double the military and model of a Cold War, just like we did in the 60s and 70s, because, ladies and gentlemen, we are in a Cold War.
I would view any legislation or any act of Congress through the lens of my personal decision-making process is God, family, country, party. That's how I would decide any question. So God, family, country, party. And I'll tell you this, as the youngest of 9 kids, I learned from an early age how to advocate for myself and to find a voice. As an attorney and as a Hillsdale College grad, what I learned is that the Constitution is paramount. And we need to elect somebody in this race that understands that the Constitution defines exactly what powers should rest in the federal government. For too long, the federal government has stolen our power as the people, stolen our rights, taken away our rights. And there's a belief that our rights are derived from them instead of the opposite. So I believe that we need to adhere to the Constitution.